I've not been in a relationship before, so I'm literally just like imagining. It's all just completely bull crap, if you would like.
On your keyboard,
Yes,
testing that out.
a lot.
How is that going?
Really good.
I've seen the videos on your Instagram.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love it.
Well, now I have a section of my show where I just sit on the keys for like a couple songs.
What is that like? Because I can imagine, like, when you are learning something new, for me, it's one of the most vulnerable things, learning new things.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy.
I know what you mean.
And I can get very frustrated.
I hear it.
So what is it like doing that in front of an audience?
It just feels like immediately as soon as I get down on the keyboard, it feels like I'm in my living room because that's where I like the keys. So it's like, oh, right, here I am. Like, this is sick. I know these ebony and ivory keys.
Yeah.
And then there's people there.
Yeah.
So it just kind of feels like I've invited everyone to my living room and they're all just kind of sat around watching. Like, just 2 days ago, I did like a secret piano show. It was my first, I did the whole hour just me and a piano.
That was in London, right?
It was in London, yeah.
Yeah.
It was really fun. And now I'm just like, I need more.
So how are you settling into this new life now? Because I know it was a bit hard for you, that transition.
It feels good. And it's only just started to feel right. And there's a lot of things that can happen to you where sometimes you never really compute what's going on. You do the motions and it's gone. And for a good while, I thought that was what's going to happen with this. Like, I'm going to do the thing for a while and then it's going to disappear and I'll be like, all right, whatever. Like, that wasn't meant to be. But suddenly I was still here.
What made you realize, like, oh no, this is not a one-time thing. This is going to be my career. I can make something out of this.
I think it's when I went to America multiple times. And then I stayed there a lot. And I kept going back and forth. And I was like, oh, it's the moment I got used to getting on the plane. Then I knew, shit,
This is it.
I'm here now.
Yeah.
I can't change this now. I've wired my brain different.
Is that what Crystal Tears is about? The loss of the old life?
Crystal Tears. Oh, wow, I never thought of it like that, I'm stealing that. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes in confidence, knowing that it wasn't. But Crystal Tears is kind of just like a super R&B's about heartbreak. And I'm good at that. So I was like, let me just write this. Also, big known fact, I've not been in a relationship before. So I'm literally just imagining. It's all just completely bull crap, if you would like. I have friends that go through things. I have family that go through things, and I'm a very observant person. And usually, for some reason, I end up being the man of advice despite not doing anything. So I'm kind of just like, oh, I know how to handle this. Or I know what it means to not handle this.
You used to do poetry, right?
Yes.
What is the biggest difference between songwriting and poetry?
The big difference is obviously melody, whatever. But the real big difference in writing, the way you write, is intention and how you achieve meaning and how it gets across to the reader or now the listener. Whereas before with a poem, you can kind of be very self-indulgent and you can kind of go to places that you might not be able to go to, little niche spots, and talk about little things for a long time and go here and go there. Whereas with a song, you got 4 minutes, you got 5 minutes, and you got to get hooked, and it's got to be a little bit catchy because you want them to love it, and da-da-da. So you have to really condense emotions and feelings into compact sweets. So with a poem, it's I can put the sugar and go on the sugar and zoom into it. I can take the caramel, zoom into that, take the chocolate powder, look into that. But with a song, I have to make the sweet. Here's the whole chocolate. It's a chocolate bar.
Do you enjoy songwriting?
Yes, very much.
Yeah.
It's all I really do, really.
I know that telling a story with your songs is very important. One of the reasons why you're a big fan of Joni Mitchell.
Definitely.
What is the story that you will be telling us on Lightwork?
How easy it is to love the right person. It's light work.
And is this also stolen from someone around you, or is this actual?
This is, the thing is, I've not been in a romantic relationship, but I've been in many other relationships, friends, family, and
those are very underrated.
Very underrated and very important.
I agree.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like platonic relationships, they are allowed to get to a level of closeness that we kind of don't let, and leave just the romantic ones when really there's a lot to find.
I wholeheartedly agree.
In platonic relationships. And light work is from a real place.
you said in an interview, and I thought that was very beautiful, because they asked you to describe your sound.
Right.
You said a sound that lets you look into yourself and go, what am I missing, or what do I need?
Right.
So now is my question, what are you missing, and is there something you need at the moment?
What am I missing? The more you get into like your career as an artist and you start to be called Elmiene more than you're called Abdallah, you start missing a little bit of that personal touch that was much easier to tap into when you were not as solidified as your thing. And I feel like that's what I'm missing, and I need to kind of get back to that real just core of what it means like to live as me.
Right.
Before I had everything else. Like I was saying earlier, like songwriting becomes your obsession. It's like that's great, but like living needs to be an obsession as well, and doing other things and meeting new people and having the time to bond with them and experience new things. I feel like that's a priority definitely that I want to get more of.